All right, today we're going to be talking about mean, median, mode, and range. As you can see from the diagram in the background, we have all four with the examples and definitions. So let's begin. So mean is the average. It's the average of the numbers. So how do you find the mean? For example, if we have the numbers right here, 3, 5, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12, to find the average, you would add up each of those numbers and divide by the number of inputs you have, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you add them up, you get 49, divide by 7, and 7 is your average. And again, average and mean are synonymous with one another. One of the things I say in my class, who gives you your averages? Mean teachers. Of course, as we know, teachers are amazing. They're very kind and sweet. But just a way of remembering it, who gives you averages? Mean teachers. So the mean is the average. Okay. Median. It is the middle number. Okay. So if you're driving down the road and it's a larger road or highway, sometimes you're going to notice there is a little part in the middle of the highway or road where it's usually concrete. Sometimes they have grass or plants or different things in between the two different lanes that go north and south or east and west. That is your median. That is in the middle to separate the cars going one direction versus the other direction. In math, the median means, again, the middle, after you put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Okay, so as you can see, let's do this. Let me get a different color. So we're going to do it here in the middle. So if I had 3, 5, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Kind of see that? So now I am going to start to get rid of the numbers. 3, 12, 5, 10, 5, 8, and my middle number is 6. So 6 is my median. All right. Mr. Hewlett, what happens if there's two numbers in the middle? Well, if there were two numbers in the middle, you would add them up, divide by 2. So like if I found all the middle numbers, I'm going to do it down here on the bottom. If I had 9 and 11, and those were my two middle numbers. Now this one's easy. You can say what is in between 9 and 10? That would be, or 9 and 11, I'm sorry. What is in between 9 and 11? It's 10, obviously. But why? If I were to add 9 plus 11, I get 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So median, again, finding that middle number after you put the numbers in order from least to greatest. Don't forget that part. Now mode. Mode is one of the easier ones. Mode is the number that occurs the most often. So in the list we have above, 5 is my mode. Now 5 isn't the biggest number. That's not what it's saying. Again, it's the number that appears the most, that occurs the most. So there's two different variations that can happen. Sometimes, or 3. On this one, example, 5 appears more than any other number, so we do have a mode, and the mode is 5. Mr. Hewlett, what happens if all the numbers appear the exact same number of times? If all the numbers appeared once, if we took out one of the 5s, then all the numbers would appear the same amount of time. So what do we put? Do we put 0 for the mode? No. If all the numbers appear the same amount of time, you would put no mode. Because if none of the numbers appear more than any other, there is no mode, so you're going to write no mode. Now the other thing that could happen, so if on this example here I have two 5s, what if I had an extra 12? Can I have more than one mode? You can, and on this one, 12 would be our mode, and so would 5. So again, sometimes you can have one mode. Sometimes if there's no mode, if all the numbers appear the same amount of time, you're going to write no mode. Or you can have multiple modes. Again, they must all appear the same amount of times. I'm going to do one more quick example. What if I had 3 12s? Now, sure, I have 2 5s, but obviously 3 of a kind, 3 12s, is greater than 2 of a kind, 2 5s. So if we were playing cards, 12 would be my mode. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to go over is range. When I think of range, I think of mountain range. I think I'm going from to the toppest point, starting off at the bottom point, if I were to hike. So why am I bringing this up? Because on range, we take the lowest number and go to the highest number. So on this, we're going to take 12, subtracted by 3, and we get 9. As you can see from the example here, 12 was our highest point, 3 was our lowest point, subtract the 2, and again, 9 is your range. And again, I think of climbing a mountain range, hiking a mountain range. So I have mean, which is the average. Take all your numbers, add them up, divide by your input, however many numbers you have. Median means the middle. The number that's in the middle, after you put them in order from least to greatest. Again, if you have 2 numbers in the middle, add them up, divide by 2. Mode, you think of most, the number that occurs the most. If they all appear the same amount of times, there's no mode, and you can have more than one mode, possibly. And range is the difference between the lowest and the highest values, and again, I think of a mountain range. All right, well, this is our lesson on mean, median, mode, and range, and I hope this helped. If not, you can email me at jhewlett@leisd.ws. Thank you.